It's the mighty good word party folk. It's your Mile High Priest. I'm up here on Wednesday, Mercury's Day, January 10th. It's a little bit in the noon time for me. Sun's at about 20 degrees of Capricorn. Moon's in Capricorn as well, about 10 degrees, and will soon be at the new moon apex overnight, or like in less than 24 hours. So happy new moon. Happy new moon in Capricorn to you, Cancer. This reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Collective. I also do collective readings as a Mile High Priest. So even if you, or regardless of whether you have a distinguished Cancer placement, this may still resonate with you. Please feel free to check out my other readings, collective readings, or your other placements. Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. This is sort of a interesting spread for me. Many storylines. Not that I wanted to, but I'm like getting a lot right. So the Capricorn is associated with the 10th house. So it is the opposite house from you, Cancer, from the 4th house of roots. Interestingly enough, we do have the 4th house of roots, card number 28 at the bottom of the deck here in the Black Moon Astrology Oracle. I've done a pre-shuffle, so we might as well kick into it. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer Magicians. You are present as a magician here. You are present as the Empress, and you are present as the Emperor, and your house is present. I've been acknowledging the World card as the main archetype for this reading, which just means I've been meditating on this card, which speaks to Saturn, speaks to Jupiter. Speaks to Capricorn. Jupiter, very significant in your spread as well because of it being in a fixed sign. You being a cardinal sign, there's a lot to it, right? Here's the wondrous tarot world card. So Cancer Magicians, Cancer High Priests, High Priestesses, Kings, Cancerian Kings, Cancerian Queens, Queen of Cups. This is your highest royal effervescent court. I am your fleeting mercurial jester with your divine messages for your divinity, your divine inspiration, your spiritual ascension, your human evolution. Okay, so let's get started. The world card, right? The fixed signs. So Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. Those all could be archetypes that are affecting you, or people with those zodiac signs are in abundance around you, or you're just feeling that kind of energy of moving from that stuckness or fixed quality to get it going. Perhaps you have felt that I get, I get the very typical kind of storyline of someone who has come into a new personality. So congratulations if you are pregnant. You could have been trying to conceive with you and your partner could have been trying to conceive. So this may be confirmation that you are conceiving a child, perhaps a Gemini born in this upcoming summer. The spring, the summer, the fall are very significant. I also have very masculine energy, so you could be coming into a new period of your life where you fully have it, where you feel that, or you understand you yourself as having a grasp on your mentality and your will, so how you direct your focus. And then you're a very passionate Emperor, you're a very passionate Aries, you're a very passionate Scorpio, or you are a very passionate Gemini as far as your other placements. So Cancer can be your moon sign or your rising as well. We do have Gemini, Mercury, So your Mercury could be Gemini, Cancer, Aries, that sort of thing, or it could lie in the fourth house, whatever sign is in that house. I also have Venus in Libra, Venus in Taurus, and then I have Aries and Scorpio as sort of this overall quality. So those signs can ring a bell to you in some sort of way. So I have a masculine or feminine coming into a new like era or point in their life while still in this kind of movement or transition out of their old life. Perhaps you're moving to go somewhere for a reason. So there's like a reason for it, or perhaps you're selling a home, buying a home, or moving for that into a new home, moving for some sort of reason in that vicinity sort of thing. You could have also been in line recently from or by your parents. Like I'm getting like this recent holiday season, you received some sort of information or download from family members, something you didn't realize. So it's like knowing a secret now, or perhaps you're coming to know that. As far as like the personality, like maybe you're coming from a very homebody type of personality and moving into this outward, more passionate, more active role. You could be working on your body, and you could be working on your mental health, and you could be working on stability as far as like you're putting yourself out there, perhaps finally sort of, or having that feeling of finally choosing a career path or a career goal, or having a feeling of finally feeling some sense of stability from your job. So like earning a new role, earning a promotion, that sort of thing. Again, if you're not conceiving a child, if that isn't in the mix, then it's like your children are older and you're recognizing your new, like what comes next after this. Also, you could very well be a young masculine who is manifesting love, or just coming into a very emotionally like grounded, mentally very apt, very keen, very intelligently keen, and very passionate, where you were perhaps driven mostly by passion, so very like instinctual, and like, even though I don't like to say it's spontaneous, you could have felt very spontaneous. What I mean by like, I don't like to say spontaneity is like, a lot of people think spontaneity is simply like go, like when someone says go, you go, but or when your mind or your feeling says go, you go. That's more like reactionary, I would say. Spontaneity is like having the room to take the extra lunch, right? Or spend extra. So spontaneity requires some sort of recognition that there's some stability, or some sense of acknowledging that the plans can waver and can change because you're secure in your day-to-day, or you're secure in yourself, or you're secure in your decisions, or you're secure you make good decisions. That could also resonate with you, where you were very spontaneous in a reactionary way, and now you're very methodical, but still going with the flow. So your advice here is to, yes, maintain your vision of creating wealth. Also, because of the Scorpio significance, you could be in the real estate business. So like either you're separating, but I see it more as like coming together. There's this like counterpart, and you're wondering if they're trustworthy. It will just take a lot of communication. Obviously, That's very kind of basic, but it's more you trusting. Where's the trust? Do you trust them? Because there's a lot of logistics or logical sort of day-to-day operations. There has to be like a coming together somehow, like, or is this competitive or are you guys working together? So if it's competitive, then remain in that kind of fiery go-getter attribute. Don't shy away from that. Know that should be inspiring to you to stick, just because you're below, comparatively speaking, and relatively speaking, just because you're not doing as hot as the next, oops. My reactions are on, so the balloons came on. Well, that gives me like home sale, right? I don't know. Congrats on your new home. Congrats on your new baby. Okay, but back to that message. It's like, don't beat yourself out of the game, out of the competition, just because you're not at the number one spot. Like, make your opponent work that hard for that position, right? And see yourself as a winner regardless. Just because at the end of the year someone sits above you as far as like the numbers, the line, does that really mean you didn't do well? You could have done like much better than like thousands of other folks in the same line of work, but you're comparing yourself to just that one person. On the other hand, it could mean that you are signing contracts to work with someone, and it could be a very like fruitful, auspicious thing where it will be shared, right? Like, there has to be a shared quality, and so it's maintaining that stability and the emotions for both of you, and understanding that the two of you are very different emotionally, and so you must come together logically, and you must come together for the goal. All right, there's a lot. Order in the Cancerian court. I wanted to produce some of these archetypes just because of the kind of level of thank you, Mercury. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis. So just the different levels of like you coming into a new arch of your life, maybe stepping out of like the comfort zone. There's a lot of trust needed. Like you maybe are hiding away a lot of your intuitive aspects. So it's like, if you are very passionate and fiery, can you ground yourself in your emotions? Can you speak to your emotions more? Or if you are very emotional, can you get out of those stagnant kind of waters of overthinking and running with your emotions? Can you get out of that and actually go? The time now is to go, like, regardless of whatever message resonates for you, it's like go time. So if you are manifesting somebody, it's like go time. Use your mental skills, your logic to, like, I don't know, court them, or maybe plan something that involves that leaves some room for spontaneity, right? Thank you so much, Goddess Isis. All right, yeah, you're in the creator mode, okay? So your emotions, your emotional stability, your emotional groundedness, and your mental groundedness. So being clear in mind and being justified in your emotional state, and also cooling the waters, right, is a lot of what I get lately. So here we have the World card, Anima Mundi. Anima Mundi, the World card. How fascinating is that? and we were meditating on the world card. Yeah, that's brilliant. There's a lot of coming together. You should feel very confident if you consider yourself like the masculine, that your emotions do lead you to the right space. Your emotions and your intelligence together are your intuition, and you shouldn't hide from that. And that is actually going to bring you to union. And it could just be that this takes course over the next year. So by the fall, by October, you'll start to see whatever it is you're working on come together. You could also coming from a trip, okay? Coming from a realization that you are. So what if you are a masculine? You're seen as very like active and basically like more like that producer. Like you should go work. You should go be like a man per se, even if no matter the gender. Like you maybe have been leading yourself down that road of like, well, I need to do it on my own. But in this, it's like a turn of events where you had to lose a lot of your egotistical mannerisms and egotistical mentality to actually get to the core of your ego. And it was a lot of shedding, a lot of healing. You've healed a lot of your inner child wounds, I would say, and whatever you've been enlightened to has been very healing. And now you're leaning into creativity, spirituality, actual knowledge of esoteric and spiritual wisdom. You're now like succumbing to it, and that's really beautiful. It's like, don't let the mind run with that too far out. Don't let your emotions and your mind run you this way. Don't let your fire and your passion and your like ability to just like throw everything up and run and leave. Don't allow that to be the destructive force. See yourself more as the creator, as someone who creates love. And you can, even if you don't have a home right now, even if you don't have a solid foundational type of environment, know that you are, you can create stability outside of that arena. But if that is your goal, like it's here. Like it may actually just involve moving somewhere where you were not looking at, but knowing that you can create a home. Wow, the Justice card. So Libra is very present in Capricorn. Yes, how much work are you willing to put in? And are you actually willing to see the other side? Are you actually willing to let the old emotions sort of run their course? And so you've been hurt, you've been misled in the past, but now you've come such a long way where you recognize that your emotions are to be honored, but not all of them are to be used for or against you, right? Wow, as we say, rationality. All right, there you go. Look at here. Mercury in Libra and Mercury in Virgo. Okay. And then here's tradition. Yes, you do want that traditional route, but it is going to take a trip. It's going to take you acknowledging that there's something that you felt maybe you could go without. Like self-control. So not up and running away from everything. Actually acknowledging that your partner is a living human being. It's almost like you're going towards it. Don't be so arrogant. I think maybe you have gotten that from people, is that you may be too arrogant, maybe too know-it-all when you're just trying to be helpful, right? Okay, well, is there a different approach to take with how you assert your ability to be rational and to be the creator and to be the producer and to be that kind of breadwinner type? Maybe now your partner doesn't want to be left out. Your partner wants to be included, and you and your partner need to take this journey together to create together, and it will be fruitful. It will be very, like the Empress and the Emperor here. This is divine union, divine guidance, divine balance with the Justice card here. It's your karmic sort of duty to work with these figures, this balancing figure in your life, right? And you both complete that sort of like seen as this traditional, but you're not. You're very different in that you're probably very artistic in your approach. You're very you're the creator, you're the artist, but you work with the earth. So again, like I get home buying, but like styling or something like that, like some kind of design person. Or maybe you want to design homes, or maybe you want to design your home, or maybe it's just like yes, I'll leave it all at that. There's a lot there, Cancer. Thank you all so much for being here. It's very fun. Well, okay, the cards are kind of Princess of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. Wow. So the moon in Sagittarius. So yeah, like a lot. Building blocks. So maybe you do have to learn something, take a course and learn something, but you're bringing like a community together. What you create is very like healing and provides security. The Nine of Cups here means that, yeah, you can go for this. You can have this. Jupiter does want to help you as long as you remain in stable self-control. Yes, you recognize that you do have a part. You do have a means of earning, and you can earn and you can create. Again, you may have something to learn about this industry that you're stepping into, or maybe you're just adding on, or maybe a refresher course. Oh, I apologize. I'm like slowly but surely getting over my congestion from this cold that I had prior to the new year. Happy New Year, by the way. Thank you so much for our helpful ancestors. You have helpful ancestors on your team. You have spiritual guides. You yourself are a healer, no matter what the type of work that you do. Your type of work could be seen as very traditional. Your type of work, your path could be very traditional. But look at Mars in Capricorn, okay? Lord of perfected work, or Lord of material work, okay? So you're looking to change, right? You're looking to involve a partnership, or you may be also looking to pause to get married and have a kid and buy your own home. Yes, you will be successful. It may be that you have to like come back to the competitive field after coming from that, after taking a pause. Like you're wondering, should I do that? Yes, there's fire, there's passion, there's There's a lot of emotional will, a lot of mental will and clarity that you've gained from your time away. Wow, the Lovers. Oh my gosh, you're still thinking about it. I know you're like kind of confused. Okay, so is this partnership just for competition, or is this partnership for building and for better and for making more money for you, for both of you? Okay, will you guys be able to work together through differences? Wow, Sun in Capricorn at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Pentacles, and yes, the lovers with the Empress and the Emperor and the Magician. This is something that you can have and that can be fruitful. Wow. Like one of you is really passionate, one of you is really emotionally like strong-willed in that manner, and so both of you have strong wills. Can you guys come together logically to be in this competitive field, to be competitive, to be a partnership that runs it, you know, you run the game, you run the hood, you run that neighborhood, you run that arena, that is you run that show, okay? Wow. I gotta read the Anima Movie card, right? Yeah, here we have the World at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Devil. Okay, I just split the deck and out came out the World. Confirmation about you entering a whole new arena, a whole new era of your work life, of your industry life. Perhaps you were coming about it in a very youthful, I don't know, I will say immature, but only because you were like a amateur, not immature. I think that's what Spirit is trying to say. Order, not amateur, or not immature, but amateur. Okay, we all have to come from somewhere. We all have eager beginnings. We all have to learn. We all have to live. We all have to experience. And so you have, and you're coming out as a freaking Empress, as a freaking Emperor, and you're giving me chills. You have the Lovers, you have the Magician, you have the World card, you have the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Wands, you have Jupiter in Pisces, the Nine of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the Hermetic Tarot, and you have the Four of Pentacles here with the Ethereal Visions, Luna Edition Tarot. Okay, Sun in Capricorn, you're ready to rock and roll. You already know this is a higher, even if it's a traditional line, you're meant for this. Okay, you're ready to roll with the Chariot at the bottom. This is traditionally the Cancer card, also Sagittarius, so there's still something for you to learn. Okay, budgeting, I don't know, accounting. Maybe you are looking to hire someone who is an accountant type figure who will help you to budget and to learn and to move, to grow. Okay, to take this to the next level. Geez, did I also mention that here? Card number 3, this is card number 4, and this is card number 5. Okay, Ascension. think anyone can stop you, right? You're set up for you're set up to win. You're set up to complete this. You're set up to do this. Whatever you're doing is much needed in the community, okay? And you realize this. Perhaps you you help fix, okay? So here, you could have recently met this person. They're new to you. It's a new friendship, but it is worthy as far as what I see here. It's worthy for you to align yourself with them. It's very justified. It can be very balanced. It will require a lot of growth, right, on both parts. Or perhaps it has required that for you guys to actually come together. Again, if it's not even that you're manifesting a partner in business, it's that you're actually manifesting a lover because of your refinement of yourself, of your personality, of coming into a whole new personality type. Let's see at the bottom of the deck, the Tower in reverse. So no longer, no longer like just pick up and go. Stop what you're doing, never finish anything. Now you're finishing things up. You're realizing that is your nature, is to complete what you started and not allow emotions or mind to run away with your goal, your completion, your path to completion. There's still something to learn, and you will also be teaching this person. You could very well be teaching each other. You maybe are afraid a little bit that you'll have to learn. Yes, you have to learn. You have to learn something new. It could be a lot about emotional grounding and not being the person that thinks that you are always right. This could also signify a masculine Aquarius person in your life that this is who you want to partner with. Okay, so one of you is very like logistical, emotional. One of you is very emotional, passionate. So like, can you guys come together in that logistical sense and both understand that you have to learn and teach each other, learn from and teach each other? Wow. And then we have your card. Wow, the moon. Yeah, what is it that you need to shed away, huh? I think it's obvious, like the running away, the like constant establishing something and then like running away, like not leaving projects unfinished, or like not finishing something because you're upset, or not finishing something because you're like, they've got it. Someone else can do it, right? Thank you so much. Mercury, what does the moon have to say to Cancer here? Oh my God, shedding away something. I think we said that you may have to go on a little bit of a trip. You may have to acknowledge the removal of some egotistical mannerisms, some egotistical sort of something in the ego takes you out of the game. Or maybe it's just coming back into the game, not being the know-it-all, the wisest one in the room. Like, you can be the main provider, but you can also still learn a lot on your way to that divine union and that divine countership. You're working towards it. You work with the land. Yes, very, very a new project, a new goal, taking on something more, and you may feel like this is adding more to the plate, but like you can do it, okay? Can we read the Anima Mundi card? You guys got me going. Okay, the soul of the world, all that is. Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle Accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated. There you go, diversity is celebrated. Multiplicity is honored. There you go, multiplicity, multiply. And nothing is denied, embraced. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi is a link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is a connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the world card in the tarot deck. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. So tending to the sacred details of life. When dark, overwhelmed by the bigness of existence, you've come from that, from being overwhelmed and having taken a step back, and then now taking a leap of faith to this re-emergence. Okay, the embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, to anyone, day or night, rich or poor. It is a process of unveiling our resistance to its love. Okay, so unveil. Wow, the resistance. Okay, love it. The moon card for you, Cancer. How wonderful is that? Okay, y'all. Keep it so real. Keep it very light. Sending you lots of love. Okay. Now it doesn't want to react to me. There you go. Pack very lightly, Cancer. I send you all love and joy. Keep it so real, y'all.